Hello, and welcome to everybody's favorite Thursday offering from the Player 3 podcast, 3 Topic Thursday with Luke and Diz. I am your host, Luke Croft, and alongside me, Dizzy. That's Diz.
Hi, that is me. My kids that I teach, they asked me how I got my nickname last night. And I told them the very uneventful story. I need to make up something for that.
Yeah, like one time you did the Dizzy Bat Challenge at a Summer League baseball game, but you were already like 10 beers deep.
Yeah, just knocked everyone's teeth out.
That's right. Well, and then you tried to eat the bat because you thought it was a hot dog.
Man, that was like a dentist paradise. Because I obviously broke my teeth as well. So I got to tell the kids that I was 10 beers in. That's
crucial.
Gotcha. All right, I can do it.
It's key to your ministry success. But then you tell them, like, now you can go and participate in the Dizzy Bat Challenge using the only half of said substances.
Yeah, so. Don't beat my record.
That's right. All right, Diz, before we hop in to 3 Topic Thursday, I want us to have a conversation with one another and with the viewers that you and I had with one another.
Yes,
before the podcast, while we were at work today, because Diz and I work together. We also live together.
All very
I'm just kidding. We don't live
questions and discussions.
Yeah, it's a very relevant discussion because it's about Creed. All right, here we are. All right, so. Somehow we got around to talking about Creed today.
I don't know how we ever get on these topics.
And I was singing the song "One Last Breath," which I would have told you the song was either called "Hold Me Now" or "6 Feet." And I started thinking about the lyrics, and the lyrics to the chorus say, "Hold me now, I'm 6 feet from the edge," and I'm thinking, maybe 6 feet ain't so far down.
Yeah.
I would like to talk for a moment about the merits of these lines here. So let's visualize Scott Stapp. He's very depressed.
Hair.
He's just gotten kicked out of living in a closet at Lee University. He's walking and he is very upset. He starts singing these words, "Hold me now. I'm 6 feet from the edge."
From the edge. Okay. From the edge.
And I'm thinking maybe 6 feet ain't so far down. So he's walking, correct? If I'm visualizing this right, he is 6 feet horizontally to the edge. So he is he's like 2 steps away from the edge. What does the 6 feet being so far down have to do with anything? Like, how do we get there? Like, he's realizing 6 feet from the edge.
Well, I mean, you're the one that said that he was being depressed.
Well, he is depressed.
So the 6 feet down is where he's going to be in the ground forever.
Yes.
But yeah, I understand. He's talking about...
Yeah, he's talking about distance from the edge.
Yeah.
And then starts talking about depth of the hole. I don't understand it. Maybe this is a British thing. Scott Stapp's from Britain, right?
Makes sense.
Is Scott
It's
Stapp
making sense now.
He's not British, is he?
No, he's not.
But we will gladly
Florida.
give Scott Stapp.
Why do I know where
Britain.
Scott Stapp is from? He's from Florida.
Zephyr, you can have Scott Stapp. You send us David Tennant. All right, that's good trade.
David Tennant.
All right, now I would also like to take a moment to discuss the merits of another set of song lyrics here from one Justin Bieber.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Because sorry. So Creed's lyrics don't make any sense, but then we were talking about this song, and it's just, you're so indecisive of what I'm saying, trying to catch the beat, make up your heart. All right, so when you nod your head yes, but your eyes will say no. When you don't want me to move, but you tell me to go. So we're running out of time.
You're hot and you're cold. You're yes, then you're no. You're in, and you're out. You're up, then you're down.
So this is just a rip-off of a Katy Perry song. All right,
Perry.
Moving on then.
Oh, did I already just end that conversation?
Yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about.
Oh,
just how Justin Bieber has deeper lyrics than Scott Stapp, and Zephyr doesn't want Scott Stapp, but
you're getting him.
We're sending him regardless. He needs a closet to live in. Wonder what's Scott Stapp up to nowadays.
I don't know.
Let's look.
You better take Scott now, or we're sending Fred Durst with him.
Oh gosh. All right, Scott Stapp. let's just see. Any guesses? How many times he's been in rehab?
3 times in rehab.
Scott Stapp on recovery. It's still one day at a time, but hold on, I'm going to pull this up. But a lot of healing, and good for him for taking care of himself. But yeah, this
isn't the first time.
The very first time. Well, the very first article that we see, he's looking rough, man.
Oh, dude, you said he had a very public breakdown.
Oh,
what in the world? Did he freak out on the plane or something?
He's still going on VH1's couple therapy, and in breaking news, VH1 still exists.
That's the big news.
He's looking a little rough here.
Well, I mean, his heyday was what, early 2000s?
The Secret Service was investigating him.
What did you do?
Seriously, we are going down a rabbit hole right now, people. Scott Stapp threatens to kill Barack Obama.
You can't say those words.
Oh my gosh!
You're gonna get looked into.
Seriously, man, did Scott Stapp threaten to kill President Barack Obama? That's what Stapp's wife Jacqueline called in a 911 call late last night, telling a dispatcher the Creed frontman was in the midst of a psychotic episode. That is insane.
Read that part.
Quote, he thinks he's part of the CIA. He thinks he's trying to kill him, and he has a bunch of paperwork in his backpack that says he's a CIA agent and he was supposed to assassinate Obama. That is insane.
Scott, you have fallen.
Scott, we are glad you received some help because that's crazy. I'm glad that she called because she knew he was having a mental breakdown and not because she thought it was like a legitimate threat.
Exactly. She saw that he was 6 feet from the edge, and she had to call.
All right. Zephyr said we'll take him, but we won't feed him. We're not asking you to feed him. We just want you to take him. All right. That's not what we're here for.
That's not one of the topics.
Believe it or not, that's not why we're here. We're here to talk about 3 topics on a Thursday. We got 3 topics, 2 good friends. So what do you say we just go ahead and one podcast? 3, 2, 1. Goodbye. All right. First topic. I want to talk to you. You're our resident expert in several games that we don't really have any other resident experts in.
Oh, I'm glad I'm just the last guy.
That's right. So I want to talk about 2 games that I know you're interested in.
Cool. It's the Dizzy Show.
That's right.
So
very first topic on the list, Far Cry Primal revealed for 2016 release. You can watch the trailer here. Far Cry, this is from Polygon. Far Cry Primal will arrive on February 23rd, 2016. That's the first non-fall release for a Far Cry game, I believe. Is that true?
Time.
Regardless, but on PlayStation, it's the first Far Cry game coming out in 2016 at least. On PlayStation, on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and in March 2016 on Windows PC. Ubisoft revealed today after a day-long tease on its YouTube channel. In Far Cry Primal, players will take on the role of Takar, the sole survivor of an ambush on his hunting group, according to a post on Ubisoft's official blog. Quote, like any good hunter, Takar carries an extensive set of survival skills, including the ability to craft tools and weapons from the bones of beasts he slays and the resources he gathers in the wild. These are not only crucial for his own safety against predators, both human and animal. They're also essential in maintaining the safety of his tribe. Takar will need to guard his fledgling group carefully to ensure its survival and growth. End quote. All right, so let's. I wanted to come down here and just pull up some of these pictures because
man, I mean it's totally Far Cry style.
Yeah, this game looks really, really cool. And we may just play the video in the background here in a little bit. So. Yeah. Just very detailed, but when this was rumored, because it was just a rumor, and then it was confirmed Monday evening. When was this article posted?
Well, I first saw the article on the 6th.
Yeah, on October 6th, and that was Tuesday. So this was rumored on Monday. We talked about it Tuesday morning, and I was like, so basically it's just going to be Far Cry with woolly mammoths and saber-toothed tigers, right? And so we watched the trailer for it, and the first 2 animals that you see are woolly mammoths and saber-toothed tigers.
Yes.
But I'm okay with that because there's a saber-toothed tiger right there looking real awesome. So basically you're fighting the non-mechanical version of the Power Rangers, the original Power Rangers.
Whoa.
Yeah. Mastodon, pterodactyl, triceratops, saber-toothed tiger.
Heart.
Hate. This game looks really cool, though.
Yeah, I mean, as a fan of Far Cry, I'm going to play it. I mean, we had this talk earlier, and we just don't have an answer, but am I supposed to take this as Far Cry 5? Or is it just kind of like a connector, like just out? It's obviously out of any sort of canon, but none of it actually was a part of it. Like they're all pretty
standalone stories. All right, well, guard your ears. hopefully. Well, hold on. I'll just I can mute it here. So we'll do that. We'll just turn this all the way down. I don't think the sound's going to come through, but we'll just put this up and we can talk about it here.
Oh, that's smart. That's pretty cool.
So essentially, this is being done in the far, far past here.
Oh, this is their words. They said 12,000 years ago.
Oh, okay, so 12,000 years ago, you're basically cave people, tribal people, with a lot of skills, which is a far cry from what Far Cry has been to begin with.
Absolutely.
But as a concept, how do you feel like this is going to go over? As somebody who plays the games, really enjoys the games.
Well, you pretty much just keep seeing the same buzzwords of survive, hunt, fight. And I'm wondering, like, what in the world would actually be the main mission? Like, to discover modern language, to what was even the overall purpose? Like, it just seems like a bunch of side missions to me. Because the thing is like, Far Cry really did a great job at perfecting the mechanics of the animals in 4. Like that was really well done. And this seems to be the main focus of this, is the animal interaction. So that's not really anything new or anything innovative, but they're using something that they perfected, and that was really, really cool. So I like the premise of you versus nature more.
Right.
But again, I still have no clue what the main mission would be. Like, do you...
Whoa. The phone went crazy. Yeah, well, and it talks about survival, so I'll just X out of this. It talks about survival really being kind of the key to the game, because part of your tribe gets decimated. Mm-hmm. But yeah, there is always kind of that pinnacle. There's always that main villain that you're trying to go up against, and so I
can only assume that it's the people who massacred your tribe. I assume
that you're going after them and trying to hunt them down. I think if there's any franchise that like has kind of the liberty to be able to do these sorts of things, Far Cry is it. Mm-hmm. It's a game that it has a storyline going through it, but it doesn't take itself entirely seriously, and I think because of that, it has. And because those stories, they don't necessarily all line up as being canonical and feeding into one another. Mm-hmm. In fact, they're all pretty much standalone stories, correct? So sending this back, and with as awesome as kind of the use of animals was in Far Cry 4, I can only imagine how cool it's going to be when you'll have the ability to use this. Zyger says, "Yo, can I ride a saber-toothed tiger? If so, Game of the Year 2016."
Hey, you could ride the elephants in the last one. So who knows what you can ride?
So, but one of the other parts that you brought up that you thought was very interesting is the poll that Ubisoft. Yes. So talk to me.
What they did is they released this poll after 4, and they were just kind of talking about, hey, like, let's give you guys some power. Let's see what you guys are very interested in. So they set out this poll for people to pick their top 3, favorite scenarios, or their top 3 favorite ideas. And right here you'll see a list, and the Primal idea is none of these. Like, you see bits and pieces like surviving the extreme wilderness and a Jurassic Park style island, but other than that, like, this is completely standalone. I thought that was really kind of rude, because like, you're asking your fan base to, hey, give us your input. Let's see where you want to take this. But I then learned from a video that was just released, I think today, where a completely separate company came and approached them, of like French people and German people. They just came to them with the idea of Primal and sold them on the idea. So you brought up a very good point. Like, that makes me think that Primal could just be its own standalone thing, and that what we're seeing on this poll could still be 5.
Well, and that wouldn't be the first time that Far Cry's done this, correct?
Well, I mean, Blood Dragon wasn't necessarily a full-fledged game.
But it was, so that was a game that took place in the world of 3, but just added some standalone stuff.
It was like all 80s futuristic sci-fi. It was really weird, which kind of makes Primal believable because it was just so outlandish.
Well, and one of the ideas that's listed here is Blood Dragon 2, a sequel to Blood Dragon with more Rex power cult.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think they're going to continue to be like numbered sequels to this game. So I think Far Cry 5 is going to come, and that's probably where we're going to see one of these ideas come out. Far Cry Primal, I think, is probably one of those in between games. That's just because.
Yeah, what's that? Beyond the last one, there's many things that distinctly fictional to them. That could be something that won't play instead another.
You could have read it out loud to the people. It says it's a mostly interesting selection of styles. Perhaps more surprising is that beyond the Alaskan wilderness, many of the settings have a distinctly fictional feel to them. That could be a sign that Ubisoft aren't planning Far Cry 5, but instead another Blood Dragon-sized experimental release.
What do you mean not believable? It says Vietnam War.
During the 1960s, cocaine trafficking in the jungles of Peru. Yeah, I'm going to disagree with PC Gamer on there.
Oh no, it says game based on the world of Shangri-La from Far Cry. I mean, that's something we're familiar with.
I mean, a game in the present day on a Jurassic Park style island of dinosaurs. How's that not realistic?
Exactly.
We're only like a decade away from that.
Exactly. You can fight or join against vampires.
My question to you, after Far Cry Primal, is of these, because we didn't talk about this when this article was released. Of these, which one jumps out to you? And you're like, I would really love to see Far Cry do this. And what is your reasoning behind wanting to see it?
Well, they want you to pick 3, but I'll just kind of jump to 1. But I find 5 of these at least to be completely outlandish. Like fight and join vampires. Leave that to Oblivion. Zombie Outbreak. Leave that to all those numerous zombie video games, a Mad Max style post-apocalyptic world. We got Fallout coming out. Like, these are just things that just don't fit the Far Cry motif, even though it doesn't always take itself completely seriously. But I was really into the Vietnam War idea because that's something that there's not much on it because we're in America. And our involvement in Vietnam is still very disputed of why or why we were even involved, because we really had nothing to do with it. It was a lose-lose situation for America. So to see a spin on the Vietnam War, I think that'd be very interesting to me.
Yeah, I'm with you. A lot of these games kind of have things that already exist that do them really well. Well, and you listed, so I'm not going to list them again. So out of all of these, the Vietnam War really jumps out to me. I love kind of those untouched areas of history, and the Vietnam War is one of those we kind of stay away from, and where Far Cry attempts to tell a story. That I think that could be really interesting. But the cocaine trafficking through the jungles of Peru sounds really interesting to me as well.
Especially the through the jungles. That seems very interesting. Or it could just be, Scarface.
Although, I mean, as much as the futuristic sci-fi thing is kind of overplayed at times, like, it would be kind of interesting to see how Far Cry tackles that with their use of the environment, and the environment being an enemy of its own, and creatures in the environment. Like, I don't see Far Cry creating just like some desolate, like, Mass Effect style planet that you're exploring. It's something that's probably heavily populated with a lot of, like, No Man's Sky kind of monsters, like creatures in it.
Yeah, I like that. But I'm kind of in a place in my life where, when it comes to movies and video games, I'm really done with robots. I'm done with robots.
Yeah.
I'm just, it doesn't interest me anymore.
Zyger says he wants the dinosaur one. And Zephyr says, if you get the dino one, will it be like Turok? I wonder, because what was the character's name? Turok? Takar. There's going to be some dinosaur DLC for this game.
There has to be.
I guarantee it, man. Like and it's not going to match up with like the mammoths and the saber-toothed tigers and all that stuff, but there better be some hot dang dinosaurs available.
I don't know. It seems beyond that era, because the video that was either released today or yesterday shows like you're fighting a giant bear and all that stuff. So it seems still pretty modern in the realm of creatures. Like, I don't know if there's going to be like Stegosaurus or raptors.
Yeah, but their last game didn't really take place in the same time frame as the Abominable Snowman or a Yeti,
Yeah, I don't know if any time has done that.
Exactly. See, so I don't think Far Cry is really concerned with attaching themselves to reality here. Hello, wife. How art thou? That's biblical talk for how are you. And to know somebody is biblical talk for something entirely different. All
I
right.
know 2 people. One of the things that's very interesting to me is that
What?
whoa, is the weaponry like? It's kind of a love-hate relationship with me because I loved the amount of weaponry you could get from 4 and from 3, but I still found myself using the bow more than anything in 4.
So you're gonna love Primal.
That's the thing. Like, there's not that much variety in weapons in this one. It's not going to be as expansive. So what they said is the game director, Thomas Simon, he said he doesn't speak English. He was speaking German.
So tell me in German what he said. Don't misquote the man.
No. He said that you make your own weapons by gathering stone, wood, and resources. And they were showing just these simple drawings of ideas of weapons that they were rendering. And I really like that aspect. I really like the aspect of gathering, because you're a hunter and the gatherer here.
I'm a hunter.
So I think that's really cool. I like that a lot. And I hope that there's some room for some, creativity that the player can take. But from the previous Far Cries, you pretty much just have a recipe of what you need to make specific things. But I thought that was really cool. I am kind of afraid because we've seen a lot of games being hyped. I wouldn't say they're as big as the Far Cry series, but we've been seeing a lot of similar games being hyped, such as Ark was pretty successful, and they want to bring that to the consoles. And then we saw Horizon kind of have this hunter-gatherer style as well as Wild. And I'm afraid that they're going to say this is piggybacking off of that rising trend. I mean, I hope it doesn't look bad on them.
I mean, but everything exists as an iteration of something else nowadays. Like, there's so little room for concept creativity in those regards. Like, someone's already done all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's new under the sun, dudes. I'm making my way downtown. Oh, see you, Zyger. Zephyr wants to know if you remember Far Cry 1 in the Mutated Apes. Did you play Far Cry 1?
Oh, gosh, so long ago. So very long ago. I'll need to see a picture.
Well, buddy, I've got the technology, man. I've got the technology. Far Cry. Oh, that's our cry. Far Cry 1, Mutated Apes. I got you. I got you, friend. Do you remember this? It doesn't look that good, so I'll pull up a picture of it.
Oh, my gosh.
What is that? Okay. That looks crazy.
A head crab.
These look like the monsters from...
Oh, my gosh. Did I just go blank on everything I ever thought I knew?
It looks like the monsters from Sunset Overdrive. Like they're about to throw up energy drink all over you. This picture is attractive. Wow. Moving on. All right.
I'm losing my mind.
You're watching 3 Topic Thursday over here.
And watching me go crazy?
On twitch.tv/player3podcast. If you missed the first topic, you can go catch the archive on youtube.com/player3podcast after we are done. Diz.
Huh.
Topic numero doso.
Give me on something I do know about then.
You know about Rock Band 4, right?
I don't know anything about Far Cry anymore, but I know Rock Band.
So, talk to me. Talk to me about some Rock Band. You're a resident Far Cry expert, apparently.
Novice.
Apparently,
now.
but you don't remember anything.
Oh, gosh.
But you are also a resident Rock Band expert.
That I can say yes
and
to.
I think 3 Topic Thursday started with a Rock Band topic. A Guitar Hero topic.
Yes.
So, a music game.
It was.
And so, talk to me, buddy, about Rock Band 4. I drove you to the place because you had the crap car.
I did have the crap car. I would not have made it.
You made a real wuss out of yourself when you tried to carry it out because you were like, this thing's heavy. And that guy was like, I think you got this, man. Not to me. I knew you could handle it. But I think that guy thinks you're a weakling now.
No, dude.
So we got to go do some push-ups at GameStop.
We need to become friends with this dude. So I was just being vulnerable.
That's true.
He was being too professional. I'm like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Let's be friends.
Yeah, let's just be friends.
You'll see us all the time.
He was consumed in sarcasm, but yet he was very serious as well. I think we're going to get along.
I hope so. I have really enjoyed Rock Band 4.
Thanks for not taking Seth's line. I love Rock Band 4.
I really enjoyed it. It's something that I hold close to my heart because it's something that I've done for a very long time. It's something that I enjoy playing this game with my wife, and My leg is incredibly sore from playing the drums. And it is solid. Like, don't believe the lies. Don't believe the people are saying that it's messed up, because it's not. It's really well put together. I mean, there are some communication issues, but it has nothing to do with the game being broken. Like if I've had issues thus far, is because like the music cache can't find all the songs I've downloaded. It says I have 7, and I know I've downloaded probably like 25 to 30. Mm-hmm. And that my pre-order bonus is kind of messing up, because I was supposed to get 30 songs, but I got 25 copies of Jane by Jefferson Starship, and that was wrong. But the game itself is not jacked up.
Is that different than Jefferson Airplane?
Yes, it is.
What is Jefferson Airplane?
Jefferson Airplane, it was like they sang, oh my gosh, why do you put me on the spot? I know these things.
I'm sorry. I'll just look it up, man. Things. So what is Jefferson Starship?
Go ask Alice when she's too faithful.
So is Jefferson Starship?
It could be an offshoot of that. Like,
is it either an offshoot, or is it maybe somebody took the Jefferson Airplane and added some rocket boosters and made it a Starship?
What's her name? Because she's so fantastic.
Oh, I'm sorry. Jefferson Airplane was an American rock band. Oh, does it have the members of the band in here?
Yeah, Grace
Slick.
There we go. Okay. But we're seeing people online saying that Rock Band 4 is glitchy and buggy. I'm not seeing it, guys.
All right.
If you're saying like, oh, the drums aren't working right, you suck.
Maybe you suck.
I mean, I'll be honest. I had to calibrate the game 5 times before I found the exact value that I needed.
Jefferson Starship is an American rock band formed in the early 1970s by several members of the former psychedelic rock group Jefferson Airplane. I don't know either of those. The only reason I know what Jefferson Airplane is because of that Reliant K song. Jefferson Airplane, I'm trapped and I am enclosed, or something like that. So
that was insane. Oh well.
Insane. That's a totally different band. But go ahead. I apologize.
Oh, no, that's fine.
So in terms of changes, like from the old rock bands, like Rock Band 3, previous generation, is there a ton of difference?
It's very bare bones. Very bare bones. One of the things that a lot of people liked from 3 was just the immense amount of customization that you can do. Like there were different categories of clothing, like right out the gate. Like you got, the Anarchy stuff, which is kind of punk. Then you got like Miss Kitty's, which is kind of gothic and all that stuff. You don't have that anymore. You just have your set of clothes, which kind of tells me that they might do some DLC, but whatever. So you have a much smaller selection of customization items, which sucks because you don't feel like you have as much freedom, but it's better because 90% of the clothes from the last one was never even used because they were just so ridiculous and outlandish. The song selection is pretty small right now. But you got to think they kind of went at it solo, them and Mad Cats. So they didn't have, I guess, the finances to fund a bunch of songs. But there were some improvements. The hardware is better. The peripheral is better. Like I feel like I'm not going to break the drums. I love the guitar. I like it better than the Explorer I've been using for years. And I like the idea of like it makes it a little bit more realistic because you earn money playing shows. Like you earn money, and that's how you buy your clothes. That's how you buy your instruments. You get 2 options of, do you want to be all about your fans, or do you want to be all about getting a manager and being famous and getting a bunch of money? So is
there a third option about cocaine?
No, but I think if you keep doing manager each time, that's what's inevitable.
You just get into
cocaine.
I can't find love.
Yeah,
I can only find cocaine.
So I like that freedom. Like you can say, oh, I don't want to be a sellout, or yes, I want to be Green Day. So I really enjoy it. I do.
I think Fall Out Boy would be the more relevant example today.
Ooh. But But did Fall Out Boy write a song saying, "We don't care, cry about it," like Green Day did?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No. Okay, the licensing thing I think makes a lot of sense. It's probably really expensive to go and try to get a bunch of these songs. And so my question to you is, as somebody who's a little more locked into that world because you're interested in the game. You do reading, you read up on it and stuff. How do you think this game sold or is going to sell? Like, do you think people have jumped back on the ship, or do you think it's a little too not changed in order? Because I feel like Guitar Hero Live gets a lot more of the advertising.
Oh, but that's the thing. I feel like this is again feeling. I feel like Rock Band will be the successful one because even though Guitar Hero is getting the ads, people are seeing and experiencing the guitar now and how terrible it is and how confusing and how you have to relearn how to play this game. Like you're not going to get a bunch of diehard Guitar Hero fans because they want to get in there and just go on expert and destroy people again. And they won't be able to.
Right.
It's completely different with the black and white buttons, 3/3. As a guitar player, you can't do these solos on the first, second, and third fret. That's not fun. But when you're going up and down the neck, it's got a better motion. It's got a better feel.
So does the Rock Band controller have buttons down near the...
It does.
Okay.
It has the standard buttons and then some down here.
Does it still have that dumb tap bar?
No.
That's good.
What they did is that they added this new improvised soloing, which isn't that bad once you learn the mechanics. I turned it off because I just feel like I kind of lose the essence and the fun of the songs when I'm just mindlessly doing something. But the way they did it was good. Again, I still turned it off.
Right.
But the amount of work they put into it, it makes sense. Because you don't just hit and go crazy. There's the symbols tell you what to do, whether it's, get some feedback or do it 2 times over the beat or 4 times, So there was some science behind it. It wasn't just random clicking.
Right.
Like I initially thought.
Yeah, that's what it looked like when people were playing it. It was just like hit whatever you want or don't hit whatever you want.
But again, I turned it off. So,
all right, I want to move on to this article.
Yes.
From Destructoid, because I have some things to say about this. I haven't played Rock Band with you yet. I want to come over at some point and play. First of all, let's ignore the scantily clad woman over here.
Rockets? Okay, we're not disregarding. I'm talking about it.
Okay. This is from Destructoid. It reads, did you buy the just released Rock Band 4? If so, are you having any issues? If you aren't, sounds like you might be lucky, as Harmonix's official forum for the game and Rock Band subreddit are overrun with posts detailing bugs, glitches, and basic features missing that were in previous titles, such as 5.1 surround sound. That's a problem. I understand that. That's an issue. Because people, if you're playing this game, it's because you love music. Mm-hmm. And so I can understand that. But let's get into some of these, because this, to me, is not good. It may not be... Let's just do it. All right. What kinds of issues are people posting about? Basically, everything you could think of. Our very own Patrick Hancock found that his guitar bundle was missing a copy of the game, while Redditor Steve EVCC received PS4 instruments in his Xbox One bundle. Again, those are actual legitimate issues.
Yes, but it doesn't point to the quality of the game.
Right. I mean, that's a logistics problem. That's a packaging problem and a distribution problem. But a problem nonetheless.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Other people have had their pre-orders delayed for the Xbox One Legacy Bundle, which seems to indicate a delay in manufacturing of the Legacy adapter that enables the ability to use instruments from the Xbox 360 on the Xbox One. Some people are reporting the standalone adapter is impossible to find in general. And stuff like that always happens with different peripherals that are needed to run old stuff. I mean, think about like the Wii U, the thing that allowed you to use GameCube controllers on it. That thing was impossible to find for the longest time. And then those who have actually received their full purchase aren't faring much better. Quote, if you are a new player and find yourself failing at drums, it is probably not entirely your fault, end quote, says Redditor Matt002 in his thread about issues with hit detection on the drum sets, pads, and the pedal. Commenters in the same thread echo the issues with drums. Definitely a problem here, and I couldn't be more upset, end quote, says Big_Pie.
Yeah, dude,
a lot of legitimate sources coming in.
These dudes are reputable.
Redditor Kryptonite Jesus offers a MacGruber-like fix for the drum set. Quote, I might just be going crazy, but I folded a paper towel into a tiny rectangle, placed it at the base with duct tape where the magnet meets the sensor, and now I'm having a much more enjoyable time with the drums, end quote.
Why do you think to do that?
I have no idea. So what I want to talk about here, for just a moment is, first of all, the reporting of this and the sources, because I don't know Matt 0028 or big underscore
Or
pie
Kryptonite
or
Jesus.
Kryptonite Jesus. I'm sure they are all fine gentlemen. I'm sure there are people that are experiencing issues, but the writing of that Destructoid article made it sound like everybody across the board is experiencing sweeping issues with this game, and it's just we have this oversensitivity towards problems that exist. And I think about when the PlayStation 4 was released, and the problem with I think it was the disc. It wasn't. There were some consoles that weren't reading. No, it was a power issue. They weren't powering on appropriately, and they traced it back to an individual manufacturing center, and they got the problems resolved. They replaced all those PlayStation 4s. But as the reports about it were coming out, there were people reporting in the media that like the PS4 launch is a broken mess and blah 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 blah, and it was a percentage of people that were experiencing these issues. But what happens is we pour all of these voices into this echo chamber called the internet, and we just get these masses of groups, and by masses I mean like a collection of individuals congregating in one area, just screaming about the issues that they're having. Where a guy like you, who's having a lot of fun with the game and having no issues at all, is except like some of the finding of the old songs and all that, but you're not thinking to go on the forums and be like, this is a great experience. So Destructoid gets Matt 0028 and Kryptonite Jesus' words, and they're like, huge sweeping problems across. The thread has 50 comments on it. And it's like, if 50 out of the however many were sold or having issues, then that's pretty good. Yeah, those are pretty good numbers.
But as I don't know who I was talking to about this, but when you have an experience and it's good, you just have it. You enjoy it. You think about it. You reminisce on it. But when you have a bad idea, those are the people that get on there and their loud voices are heard, and that's all you get of it. Like I'm sure there's way more people that are having a great time with Rock Band.
Right.
Like,
and I understand like you want to make people aware of issues that may exist, but the way that this article is worded, that just makes it sound like everyone is having problems. You're not alone. Those who have actually received their full purchase aren't faring much better. Like making this sweeping statement about everybody who picked it up. And I'm like, I drove a dude to the store to go pick it up. He couldn't lift the box. That was the only issue he had with it. But this kind of stuff angers me. Like, we have become just such a negative society, looking for the negative in everything. And it's like, okay, 3 people had issues, and I'm sure other people have had issues, and I'm not doubting. In fact, Micro here brings up an issue he has. He says, I bought the game. It wouldn't produce any sound. Then suddenly, a burst of satanic music rained from the speakers, and now the old religious woman that lives upstairs won't make eye contact with me, and I suspect the involvement of Mossad. Now, that's an issue to report on, Destructoid. Micro, you need to go to Destructoid and sell them your story, all right? For a lot of money. Like a picture of Brad and Angelina's latest baby. But anyway, we get in this echo chamber of the internet, and like I've just backed away from so many of those communities like that, where it's just like we upvote the people and we push to the top the things that it's just negative and complaints and all that sort of stuff. Now, I am all for being critical of games that release broken and in shambles and in a mess, but I'm also a fan of realistic reporting of issues, and when you just get a couple comment threads on a subreddit and start really throwing out names like Matt 0028 and Kryptonite Jesus,
it's not a broken game.
Like, we're scratching the bottom of the barrel here.
It's not. I mean, I don't know. It's like when you go in there and people are like, "Oh yeah, I can do this. I'm going to be awesome at it." And then you suck at it. You're going to blame the game. You never blame yourself.
Yeah.
I've had no issues.
Yeah.
It's been a blast.
Try Hard Stuffy has a lot of crazy ideas. Hit that follow button, Try Hard. All right. If you're just tuning in over here on twitch.tv/player3podcast, we just finished our second topic. If you missed any of this, you can go subscribe over on youtube.com/player3podcast, and all that stuff will be posted over there. On to topic number 3. Dizzy. Hello.
Hi. We're just now exchanging pleasantries.
Yeah. My question to you is, if you could have any job in the gaming industry, and my question to the chat that's watching us live over here on Twitch, if you could have any job in the gaming industry, what job would you want, and why would you want it, and where would you want to work, and what would you want to do, and how much would you want to get paid for it, and would you want to trade anybody in your life and develop a new persona of yourself, and how would you do your hair?
Easy. Donut fetcher. $75,000 a year.
I am a
Bleach
full-time
tips.
intern. Full-time paid intern. Wait, what was the third one?
Bleached tips. You see what my hair
Oh,
looks
yeah.
like?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I want to be so successful that it does not matter how I do my hair, so I can do bleach tips. And it's just like I want to be Justin Timberlake in the late 90s, wearing an all denim
Curly,
suit.
too, man.
Wearing an all denim suit. And I have bleach tips, bleach Jerry curl tips.
There you go.
That's what I'm trying to be, man.
But only in May.
Looking like Jared Sullinger. Hold on, I'm gonna look up this picture of Justin Timberlake and show you.
I'll just go ahead and jump ahead seriously then. I've always been really big into art. I love drawing. I haven't done it for a while, but I need to get back on that. And one of my dreams as a kid was to design characters for video games. Like, to just be there with a bunch of people and just brainstorm these characters, brainstorm what they're going to look like, draw it out like these awesome Viking dudes or whatever, like character creation, fleshing all that out. I love just the freedom and the thought process and how like so many of them are going to be failures, but yet from that failure you can keep building upon it. It just seems fun. Pay, I have no clue, man. Like I'll just keep the same pay I have right now because I can live on it, and that's pretty fun.
I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Wherever you're gonna move to do that job, what you make now, not even close.
So I have to go to San Fran.
You're gonna have to go somewhere that's gonna cost you a whole lot more.
So what would that be like?
I don't know. And if you want this,
65?
and if you want this hairdo right here,
oh, I love how there's still brown on the bottom.
that's what frosted tips are. Man.
I thought he just went all
No.
of it.
You frost the tips.
Frosted tips to me would be like Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri.
Yes, doesn't he just have like literally the tips? That's it.
Oh, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know, but I mean that's at least $125 every time you sit in that chair.
Look at that, bro.
Yeah, that's the Justin Guarini afro going on here. Yeah, you're gonna need a lot of money. So you want to so tell me again what you wanted you want to do the art work.
Yeah, the character development. Like I draw the characters, we brainstorm the characters, like there's a lot of creative designs out there, and I'm like, I could do that. I could totally do that.
I was looking for this picture of Jared Sullinger that they're
Jared
using.
Leto. It's close enough, right?
Yeah. Anyway, so I think for me, I would really hold on. There's a lot of stuff going on in the chat here. For me, I would want to work in games media, doing writing and those sorts of things. I just love engaging in, especially the industry side of things. Talking about PlayStation VR and talking about like the marketing of Until Dawn, like we did on Monday, and reacting to those sorts of things. I'm very limited in terms of like the games that I play and the games that really hold my interest, but as an industry, it just fascinates me because I think it's one of those things that it's like any other art, like film, like television. It appeals to so many different people by giving you so many different like things to experience within it, and being given a job that I would get paid to just immerse myself in that and just kind of live in it all the time and get to eat food in Los Angeles when I'm at E3.
There you go.
That's all I want. I just want to eat a bunch of truck food, dude. That's all I want in life.
Well, I mean,
I don't even care if I'm working in games. Like, just as long as I'm doing something where I just eat a lot of truck food. I just want to sell food that wasn't there at 6 o'clock that morning because it just got driven up to it.
That was the strangest shift in dreams I have ever heard.
I'm throwing away all my dreams. I just want every meal I eat to be made into Made by somebody in a truck.
Dude, truck food is so expensive, man. You ever watch that great food truck show on Food Network?
Yes.
They're selling those things like $10, $12 a pop.
Yeah, man.
Psh. No, thank you, man.
Oh, so I want to own a truck, a food truck, and charge that much, but then eat for free out of it, and then I'm achieving all my dreams there.
Achieving all of your dreams, every single one of them.
Yeah. Mad Brock says, I want Peter Molyneux's job, come out with crazy, awesome ideas and blame others when they don't work and still have money thrown at me.
Oh, wow. Yeah, shots fired.
Try Hard wants to know, if you were a white 20-year-old girl, what job would you want? I'd want to work at Starbucks because you get a discount.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I want a white chocolate mocha latte. I want soy milk, but I want whipped cream on it.
No.
Because soy milk's healthy.
I would want to work at being a professional at having a sugar daddy. Then you don't have to do jack. You don't have to do anything.
Well, sugar mama, right?
No,
Or else
I'm a
we're-
20-year-old
Oh,
girl
white girl.
with a sugar daddy.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you were answering the question that LG asked here.
Oh, dude. Secrets. Deep-seated secrets.
Yeah. Yeah, deep-seated secrets. You can't just come in.
Secret
You can't just come in not knowing us at all and just start asking a bunch of personal questions. You got to hit that follow button and then send a $5 tip asking us that question. Then we'll gladly answer it.
Then we'll gladly answer.
Just drop $5 in the tip jar, man.
Dude, that's the topic for next week.
Yeah, that's right.
Are we? Well,
Who knows?
tune in.
You already admitted something earlier in the podcast.
2 people. Biblically.
Ow. All right. Well, that was 3 Topic Thursday.
Was
We're going
it
to stick
really?
around in the chat.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a short show, but it was a good show.
That's good because you need to drive me somewhere.
Where do I need to drive you?
To the soccer complex.
Oh, I thought you were. Wait, this wasn't a part of the deal. What?
The deal.
This is 3 Topic Thursday. I'm Luke. This is Tiz. We're getting out of here. Bye. What?
I forgot that Ben